Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of PTCGO where I'm going to feature Sceptile. And the reason why is because if you guys aren't aware of the basically the tournament stuff like that, a deck had come out that people weren't ready for, and that was Wailord EX, a deck based on Wailord. It runs 4 Wailords and like 1 or 2 Swagons at best. Basically the whole point of the deck was to make you deck out, but the whole point was because you don't realize what you're facing. You're wasting your resources, and you're doing all these things to make your damage go up that you're not realize that you're decking yourself out, and by the time you realize it, it's too late and you lost the first game. And because the first game dragged on so long, you're gonna lose the second one due to time. So basically the way that deck works was it just decked you out and you didn't have no time to respond to it. What's funny though is that my friend had basically made this deck a long time ago when Wailord was actually out. When he saw it, that's the first thing he thought of was basically stall your life out pretty much. And he made it, and it worked very well against TCG on TCG1. Worked very well. He even made a deck public, so you can use it there too. I'm not sure if it's still there, but he made it public. I made this deck just to troll him, and it's basically a counter to that deck. Basically, it runs Sceptile, and the reason why Sceptile is he's a pretty cool Pokemon. He's doing Charging Star. I mean, he's doing all these cool things, but I haven't actually seen any play with this Pokemon. So we got Sceptile, 140 HP. The reason why it's pretty good is because Power Poison does 120, so it does 140. It does 240 to a Wailord EX, and then plus Poison knocks out. But the reason why it gets another boost is because Wailord can't do anything to mess with Sceptile really. Whenever your opponent plays, because of Omega Barrier, whenever your opponent plays a trainer card, excluding Pokemon tools and stadium cards, prevent all effects of that card done to this Pokemon. So your opponent, say for instance you have, I don't know, 2 Herbals and one regular grass energy. Your opposing Wailord cannot enhance hammer your energies, and you cannot crushing hammer them away. He cannot even poison you. He can't even put you to sleep. I mean, this barrier with Sceptile works really well. I'm surprised I haven't seen much decks with it, but I personally enjoy it. It's also one of my favorite Pokemon, Sceptile. So I actually made a deck with him, and this was it. There are a few differences between this deck and my TCG1 deck. For instance, I don't have many Virizions in this deck, but I do have one. I substituted the other 2 for the Limuis. I cannot pronounce this Pokemon's name, so please don't get too mad about it. It's a 70 HP Pokemon, does Helping Hand, which is basically you search your deck for your basic energy card and attach it to one of your Pokemon any way you like. So I'm cutting corners here. if you want to plain and dry, I'm cutting corners. I am basically using Emerald Wind, like a lesser Emerald Wind attack, to help speed up Sceptile. If we do get lucky and start off with Virizion, then that's great. What we have Virizion here for is for acceleration or for Verdant Wind. Each of your opponent has energy, like any grass energy attached to this Pokemon cannot be affected by special conditions. So it's pretty good, helps to keep Sceptile even safer. So now opponent's attacks don't affect him all that well. So basically, we want to start off with a Virizion or a Limuis, and then just have cheat codes in the background and just start getting them ready. We also run one Sceptile with 130 from the Nature and Heal ability, just to also have more acceleration. It's always good to have great acceleration. Also, it also heals. So once during your turn, before you attack, you may attach a Grass Energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. If you do, heal 30 to that Pokemon. So basically, we're trying to keep this nice Sceptile nice and alive. We also one Shaman, just to have Shaman. It's always good for the set ability, just in case we're a little low on cards. I only want one, because it's not too important. I want to lay low on the Shamans. So basically, here it is. This is pretty much the line. This Sceptile right here and the 2 Illinois are kind of new features into this deck. The Shaman, of course, but I mean Shaman. These are more or less me just putting in a couple more cards just to help even it out, help iron out the deck. Like I said, you really want to start off with Virizion. If you don't worry. Sceptile and Illinois can actually work out pretty fine as well. We run 2 energy retrieval just to get back energy, because using poison powder discards 1 energy. We also run energy switches just in case we need to power up something else, or we don't want to waste energy. We can move around energy. Energy switch works pretty nice in this deck. We run 2 Professor's Letter just to have energy in our hand at all times. We run 3 rare candies because I really want to get these guys out as soon as possible. We run 2 Trainer's Mail to get out anything we might need, especially it comes in clutch if you ever need it. We run 4 Ultra Balls to get out Virizion, Sceptiles, Tricos. We got anything with Ultra Balls. We run 4. We run the pretty big line of Ultra Balls here just to get out everything we need. We also run 3 Versus Seekers. That's mostly just to reuse Chorus, Ends, and Sycamores. We run 2 Chorus, 1 Lysander, 3 Ends, 4 Versus Seekers, and 4 Sycamores. I am stumbling today. We run 3 Training Centers. And now I know what you guys are saying. Why are you running Training Center? Why don't you run Burbank City? That's because I only have 1 Burbank City, and I don't want to basically put in just 1. I might as well just put in Training Center just to help keep Sceptile alive. It puts him at 170 HP, which is pretty bulky. But if you guys do have the means, put it in Burbank City. It works out better. You can knock out with Muscle Band. You can knock out 170 EXs in one false swipe, pretty much 1 full swipe. But if you don't have it, Training Center works just as fine. We also run 3 Muscle Bands to help power up our Sceptiles to maximum damage, 2 Head Ringers to basically slow down our opponent's EXs as much as possible, and 9 Energy. The Head Ringers aren't too important, so if you have a different card you want to put in, like Computer Search or anything other kind of tech card you think might fit in here, then go for it. I put these in just to slow down EXs, but like I said, it's not too important. But so hope you guys enjoy the deck. It works well for me. I don't know how to exactly say it. I don't treat it competitively, but it can hold its own on competitive decks. It does really well because of all the support. As far as how, like, does it do well against Rayquaza? Probably not. Rayquaza is kind of a big threat. Like, Mega Rayquaza can do so much damage, and you can only output so much, pretty much. But can it handle like Gengars or Manectrics or things like that? Yeah, it can handle those relatively well. But like I said, Mega Rayquaza or like what's another good Night March deck? Something that works really fast. This deck won't really fare off too well against it. It does take a little bit of time to set up, but these Pokemon these Pokemon can hold their own. That's the whole point. So I hope you guys enjoy the match. So we're going against Curdled Comb 15. Interesting name. He runs second, so hopefully he has great luck. I'm going with Tails. I am super bummed. Don't get heads. All right. I'm super kind of bummed because I recorded footage of this deck earlier, and it turns out I wasn't recording. So now it's a big. So yeah. So I'm kind of bummed. We're gonna put Energy, and that is super scary. I hate Chandelure. Can't shop this 40. My God. Well, we got no support besides Lysander, which is, I guess, okay. We're gonna just end our turn. But yeah, I recorded a great match. This deck's named Wailord Connor, and it was against a Wailord. So, but I wasn't recording, so that's a bummer. So our opponent's gonna be playing Chandelure EX, which is not my favorite. I actually kind of hate. I love the Pokemon in the video game, but I hate this EX card. And he runs a pretty hefty EX second deck. It's gonna put a lot of damage onto poor Chico. Grovyle. Oh, that's interesting. But we're gonna go on Muscle Band, Rare Candy into our Sceptile, and then we're also gonna play down. We're gonna license out the Gallade because it takes longer to set up. And then we're going to play down our Training Center just to give us more life, and we'll Leaf Blade for 50, but possibly 80, 50. So 50. So right now we can do with the supporter really help out quite a bit. That seems to be my problem with these decks, but the decks I make here is I get no supporter, even though they play fine on your like an actual hand. But he's sporting this, it's Tails, yes. He's sporting the super cool, super amazing Eevee sleeves, and he's getting that Chandelure ready. You, sir, are a douche. Nah, I'm joking, Mr. Corpicom. But you did ruin my mood just a little bit right there. Right there, you ruined my mood. If you guys don't know, Life Dude denies me 1 prize, so basically this EX counts as 1. What do you put on there? My God, he just had all the cards, didn't he? Muscle band again, amazing. So we're just gonna go and leap it again. But this time we got the head, so now we do 80. So our opponent had all the cards now, so let's see what he gets. Ned, perfect. That helps me out quite a bit. Nah, it helps me out a decent amount. He's gonna poison me, but I believe it doesn't work to begin with. I don't think he knew about the poison. But we'll go ahead and now we gotta start working with some things now. Let's go ahead and Ultra Ball. Let's get out 2 energies. We're going Ultra Ball these 2 energies away. Get out. What's a good choice here? We can get a Shaman for more draw power, or basically Virizion. I have no idea what's actually better to get. I want to say the Virizion is always better to get, but who knows when I get another supporter. You know what? We'll go with Virizion. Just to have an EX to combat another EX. Oh, my bad. Well, that's fine actually, I guess. Not really, but I guess it's kind of fine. We're going Leaf Blade again. We get another heads. Awesome. Sceptile doing the finest of work. So I'm assuming he's going to let his Gallade die. Because, I mean, it only offers 1 prize and he's getting that Chandelier ready, so I'm assuming he's just going to let it die. Well, joke's on you, sir. Should I first seek out for... Let me see. Lady needs 2, Deoxys needs 1. And he's got Chandelier ready to go. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the scumbag tactics. I'm just gonna end my turn. And he's basically wondering why I ended my turn. Because I'm gonna poison the Siznizzle out of the Chandelier. And we'll win the trade-off because he only does 80. Yep. Alright, so, ooh, Sycamore, just what we need. We're going to attach our energy to our Sceptile. We're going to burst Secret out for the Lysandre again. And then here's where the big magic happens. We're going to go ahead and Lysandre out the Chandelier and do damage before it does damage to us. So 140 straight in Chandelier EX's face. Take that, Chandelier. He can go ahead and do, what is it, Curse Eerie Glow, and it only does 70. We'll still be able to live that because of our great stadium here. So Eerie Glow for 90. So there we go. I kind of wish I had another. Let's see. Gallade's almost done, so you know what? There we go. We got some more Tricos. Got our hefty Trico line. Let's see, we don't need anything else really. I'm gonna go ahead and save energy and energy switch one of the Sceptile's energies onto our good Trico right here. So technically we save an energy. Go to a Leaf Blade, knocking out this Chandelier EX. Basically that's all his energy really. I mean, I'm not too afraid of the Gallade. I'm not too afraid of the Deoxys. I mean, Deoxys can hyper blah 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 smash, and that's pretty good attack, but I mean overall it's not a very scary card. It is great to start off with because there's that close counter. Ooh, that's a bad mistake, sir. I think this one Sceptile might actually do the most of the work here. We're gonna go ahead and just attach another energy to our Trico. We're gonna Muscle Band it as well, and then we're gonna another Lysander because our opponent is not getting stuff done. We're gonna go get out Gallade and Leaf Blade the Gallade. Doesn't really matter what we got here. So we only get one. Okay, well our opponent ended defeat. We only got 1 prize after that because of life due, but I think that's pretty much the Sceptile deck. I did put some things, 6 minutes, not too bad, 10 seconds. It was kind of a different deck just because I made it just to show you guys because basically in Nationals, Wailord is pretty, it wasn't amazing, but it came out of nowhere. I'm assuming nobody saw Wailord coming, Quadlord, and so people were wondering with Text War, and Wailord's not actually a hard deck to defeat. It's just the point that mostly decks are centered around doing the most damage possible, and Wailord doesn't work that way. Wailord pretty much just buys his time. If you had any kind of thing that basically I don't know, just mill your opponent's deck, which is not a very popular strategy in this format, then the Wailord wouldn't have been a thing. But since basically the way the PTCGO, the way the trading card game is going right now is basically the most damage dealt, Wailord was a thing because you couldn't knock it out in one hit, or it was very hard for you, and I ran stuff to mess with you. So Sceptile, the Sceptile, the half art card, or the ancient trade card was pretty good because it kind of nullifies what they can do to Sceptile, like how many options they actually do have against it. So hope you guys did enjoy the deck. I had made another one. I had actually thought I recorded another video where I actually took on a Wailord deck, and it was actually pretty free because Wailord doesn't attack. But I mean, it ends up I wasn't recording, and so it was a big mess, and I was kind of frustrated. But here you go. Here's another deck. I'm running into a lot of psychic decks lately, but hopefully it's not too boring. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and please comment. Just I can get you guys feedback. It's really cool just to know what you guys are thinking. And if you guys really enjoyed it, please subscribe. That's pretty much it for this week. I'm uploading another video because of one of our subscribers requested it, so you know, might as well, because actually 2 people requested it, which is interesting. So I just made it just to basically show you how the deck works. It's an older deck, but it's still a fun deck. And also, I'm doing a Let's Play of Pokemon Conquest next Monday, so hope you guys tune in for that. Also, there's another game I'm doing a Let's Play of, but it's not Pokemon related, so I'm not sure if you guys will like that or not. But anyways, hope you guys have a great day.